Hello everyone, and welcome to the 10th module of Thrive. Today we're going to be discussing fasting, does it work, and which method is right for you. Fasting has become one of the most talked about health trends, but unlike most quick fixes, fasting is backed by science and ancient wisdom. It is not a diet, it is a timing strategy that simply changes when you eat and not necessarily what you eat. So let's look at how it works. What are the benefits and how to know if it is right for you. What is fasting? Fasting is simply a period of not eating, giving your body time to rest from constant digestion so it can focus on repair, recovery, and fat metabolism. During a fast, your insulin level drops and your body switches from burning glucose, which is everything you eat, to burning stored fat, and cellular repair processes are activated. You are already fasting naturally when you sleep every night, but fasting protocols just extend that fasting window. Does fasting work? Yes, it does. When you do it correctly and consistently, fasting can be highly effective. It is good for the following. Number one, fat loss. Lower insulin levels and longer gaps between your meals help your body burn stored fat more efficiently. It is good for improved energy and focus. So without constant digestion, your energy stabilizes and mental clarity often improves. Hormone balance and blood sugar control. Fasting supports better insulin sensitivity, helping reduce your appetite and hormones linked to hunger and fat storage. Gut and cellular health. Periods without food give your gut time to rest and allow cells to repair and recycle damaged components. Longevity and inflammation reduction. Some studies show that fasting reduces inflammation and supports cellular longevity. What are the common fasting methods? So there is no one size fits all for everyone. Everyone is different, and the right approach for you will depend on your lifestyle, your goals, and your stress level. So here are the most popular ones and the most sustainable ones. Number one is the 12-12 method. It is very beginner friendly. You basically fast for 12 hours and you eat for 12 hours. For example, if you finish dinner at 7 tonight, you only eat again at 7 tomorrow morning. Like I said, this is great for beginners, for hormone balance, and for gentle metabolic support. The next one, you get 14-10. So with this one, this method is good for fat loss and focus. So you fast for 14 hours and you eat for 10 hours. So let's say you finished your dinner at 7 p.m. You will only eat breakfast the next morning at 9 p.m. So this supports fat metabolism and steady energy without being restrictive. The most popular one is the 16-8 method. So you fast for 16 hours and you eat for 8 hours. For example, if you eat dinner by 7 tonight, your first meal tomorrow morning will only be at 11. It is effective for fat loss and appetite control, especially when you pair it with strength or resistance training. And then the last method I'm going to be discussing is the 5-2 method, but this is calorie based, so you eat normal for 5 days in a week, and then on 2 days of the week you reduce your calories completely to around 500-600 calories. This is good for experienced fasters and those with flexible schedules. So let's quickly look at what breaks a fast. Anything with calories breaks a fast. So food, milk, sugar, protein shakes, juice. What doesn't break a fast? So what can you eat while you're in your fasting window? You can have water, black coffee, plain tea, and electrolytes with no sugar. What you also can do is add a little pinch of salt to your water, which can help you with hydration and energy during your fasting hours. So when is fasting not ideal? Because fasting isn't ideal for everyone. Some people should not be fasting. Fasting is not ideal if you are pregnant or breastfeeding. If you have a history of disordered eating, If you struggle with adrenal fatigue or high stress levels, and if you're doing intense daily training and you have low body fat levels, then you should not be fasting. Your body needs fuel to function, and fasting supports your energy and it shouldn't deplete it. So which method is right for you then? So let's look at your goals. If your goal is gentle fat loss and improved energy, the best method would be to start with your 12-12 and then maybe move on to your 14-10. So eating 12 hours, fasting 12 hours. Then starting to fast 14 hours, eating 10 hours. If your goal is sustained fat loss or appetite control, the best method would be the 16-8 method. So basically fasting 16 hours, eating 8 hours. If your goal is advanced results, experienced fasters, that would be your 5-2 extended or extended fasting method. Okay, if your goal is hormone or blood sugar balance, the best would be again 12-12 or 14-10, and there you want to avoid long fasts if you are under high stress. Okay, lastly, the practical fasting tips. You must start slowly and then extend your fasting window by 30 minutes. So you can maybe start with your 12-12 and then extend your fasting window by 30 minutes in the next few days until you build up to the 14-10. You must stay hydrated. Dehydration is often linked to hunger. Break your fast with a balanced meal that includes protein and healthy fats and fiber. And fasting for body composition is the best when you pair it with resistance training, and be flexible. Consistency matters more than perfection. So if you know you can't fast for 7 days in the week, just do 2 until you can build up to how long ever you can fast. Okay, so what is the key takeaway? Fasting is not a magic solution, it is a tool. It works best when you combine it with quality nutrition, strength training, good sleep, and stress management. This is not about restriction. You still eat your normal calories like you would, or your 10% deficit, or whatever your goal is. It is about awareness and learning when your body needs fuel and when your body needs to rest and repair. So your homework for this week: if you can fast and you're not one of those, like I said, it's not ideal to fast, I want you to this week go onto your weekly check-in form. You'll see it says fasting reflection worksheet, and you're going to start maybe on Monday with your fasting schedule, and I want you to track it every day. So let's say you start with your 12-12 fast on Monday. I want you to say, when did you start? You're going to type in at 12. At 7 p.m. I started the fast. When did you break the fast? The fast ended at 7 a.m. And then your eating window, you're going to say what you ate, or were you hungry? And then notes. Were there any events that went on, interruptions, why you couldn't complete your fast? And you're going to do that from Monday to Sunday for me. The next paragraph you'll see, or columns, is your energy levels. I want you to say on Monday in the morning my energy levels was high, in the afternoon it was low, and just notes on your concentration, productivity, and your mood. And then the last one is hunger patterns. I want you to say from Monday to Sunday your hunger level from 1 to 5. Did you have any strong cravings? And then notes like what type of cravings did you have and what triggered those cravings. And then lastly, at the end of the week, even if you just do it for 2 days, that's fine. Or if you do it from Monday to Sunday, however you want to do it, you're going to write at the end of the week, you're going to reflect and you're going to adjust which fasting schedule felt easiest and most sustainable for you. So if you did 12-12 and you went to 14-10 but you felt you were tired, go back to 12-12. Okay, when did I notice the highest energy levels? When did I feel the most hunger or cravings? what adjustments could I make in the following week, and were there any other patterns or insights that I noticed. Okay, so I want you to, even if you're a beginner, maybe do 1 or 2 days of the week and just try it out, see could it work for you or not, and then we will assess it and see if it's something that you feel is suitable for you. Okay, so have a lovely day, and let's start planning on these fasting methods. Okay, bye.